What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me know how the mic sounded. Let me know how the audio sounding. Yeah, but we're in this currently. We took the setup right here. We're in this right here. We got a few setups we're looking at as well. We're gonna break some stuff down in a second. About to see if we can hit TP1 right here. Let me mark off so y'all can see where TP1's at as well. Give me 1 second. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I need some coffee, man. I ain't gonna lie. I did not get any sleep. I'm not gonna lie to you folks. We're approaching TP1 right here. Let's see if we can hit it. We're looking at GJ right now, y'all. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live is over. All playlists are up to date. What's going on, Doug? How you feeling, my boy? How you feeling, fam? What's going on, JD? What's going on? What's going on? If y'all was in the live yesterday, we took this GU setup live. We hit TP1, got wicked out. And I told y'all we were still going to look for sales, and look what happened going into New York session. 830 price tanked, and then tanked the entire New York session, y'all. All right. Also told y'all to go for NAS sales. NAS did end up flipping the script on us, but we still caught a nice move New York open on NAS100, and then literally we took this trade before 930 open. But when we go look right here, y'all. Literally off the 930 open candlestick, right? Literally off the 930 open candlestick, that thing tanked to the downside off the 930 open. Shows ridiculous. Well, obviously we see price fail to hold that level as resistance, which is why price reversed back to the upside, y'all. So we're not going to touch NAS today unless it pushes back down below. Now we do got some news today. We do have 830 USD news, so make sure to keep that in mind. But we are in this GJ setup right here, and we're going to be looking for continued GU sales. So today, I'm going to be paying attention to gold, but gold's kind of in reversal territory right now. But I'm mainly going to be paying attention to GU sales, GJ sales, and then I'm going to see what side of the coin gold lands on, right? So gold's kind of back in reversal territory. So my game plan with gold is very simple. I'm going to look for buys if we can maintain 50.26 as support. We can look for buys going to 50.42. Or I'm going to look for sales if we break below 49.78 and hold that as resistance. If we hold that as resistance, I'm going to look for sales going down to 49.50. I'm not going to really take a setup in between here. But we're about to see what this next 5 minute looks like. We barely missed TP1. It did a nice retest, held as low as resistance multiple times. So we took this trade. So we're just waiting for some volume to kick in, right? Again, a lot of these charts are still kind of looking wonky. GJ, we are bearish, But if it fails to maintain as low as resistance, we could get sucked back into reversal territory like a lot of these charts right here. But we are bearish still, so that's why we're looking for a sell right here. So now we just gotta wait for volume, let the markets do what the markets are gonna do. Make sure to like the lives, y'all hop up in here and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 4,800 subscribers. We can get to that easily. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. Want me to look at any of the charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal and free Telegram. Y'all see on the screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. As far as how we're doing this week, we're 2-0 this week. We took 2 trades yesterday. Didn't take a trade Tuesday, and then obviously Monday we didn't trade Monday. Last week we went 5-0, so the win streak's continuing. Then the week before that we went 5-1. As far as how we wrapped up January, the first month of the year, we won 20 wins, 3 losses, gives us 87% win rate, catching 111,000 pips. So yeah, we've been doing pretty good so far this year, y'all. We've been doing pretty good so far this year. So we are nice and green in profit, but we gotta see if we get a TP1 right here. What's going on, new to trades? How you feeling? How you feeling? And of course, if you want to know exactly what I enter trades, what my entry SL and TPs are, and notify when my levels get hit, y'all know what to do. Join the advanced play signal room, become a playmaker today. Y'all, we just hit TP1, so the win streak continues, but we still got a little bit of work to do. We want some more, right? We want some more pips, so we gotta see what price does right here. But we did hit TP1, so let me go ahead and let the members know. But we got a little bit of work to do still, y'all. We got a little bit of work to do. TP1 hit. Shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. Post daily on both pages. Got some new videos lined up for y'all today as well. So really just waiting for some volume right now. We're going to be looking for continued GU sells also. We're going to be looking to see if price can break below and maintain 35.10 as resistance. If so, we can target these lows right here. Or we can look for price to retest and see if we can maintain 35.25 as resistance, where we can look for sells there. But yeah, we hit TP1 on this. We got to break through this level of traffic right here though. New 5-minute about to pop up. Alright, we got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit, y'all. Again, we're in this GGS setup. We're paying attention to G right here. Mainly going to be just looking at these two charts right now. Gold and NAS. I do not like where they're at right now. So if I don't like what I see, I simply just don't take a trade. Alright, that's the same way y'all should be. If you don't like what you see, don't try to force a setup. Only go for setups that you like and setups that make sense. Alright, so GU's at this level here. We got a new 15 about to pop up. So we're going to look to see if we can hold this level as resistance. Again, if GU can maintain 35.10 as resistance, we can look for sales going to 34.95. Let's see what this next 15 got in store for us. You think golds are buys today? Gold's in reversal territory right now, right? So we get rid of NAS. I'm not looking at NAS today. I don't like how US30 is looking either. So I'm not really going to touch NAS or US30 today. But if we look at gold right here, right? We are in between the downtrend and the uptrend right now. So we're in reversal territory, right? Because we retrace prices steps, right? We had bullish momentum, which is why we went for buys like 2 weeks ago. And then we look right here. We had a reversal take place last week on Thursday. Then we had the lower high on Friday, right? Then price made try to make a new lower low this week. Boom, Tuesday. That's why we went for sales on Tuesday. If y'all was in Tuesday's live stream, told y'all to go for sales. And New York open on Tuesday. Prices just dropped to the downside. Also dropped the trade breakdown yesterday, breaking down this trade right here as well. So make sure to check out that trade breakdown I dropped yesterday for y'all. All right. Then yesterday, gold failed to continue pushing down, right? And now we're pushing up. So depending on how price plays out right here, we're either going to see the downtrend continue or the uptrend come into play. So right now with gold, whoops, what did I just do? What did I just do? There we go. I think I fixed it. So with gold, what I'm personally going to be doing, I'm going to be looking to see if it could either A, break above and maintain 50.26 as support, then look for buys going to 50.42 and possibly higher, or B, I'll be looking to see if we can maintain 49.76 as resistance, then look for sales going down to 49.52, 49.50. All right, y'all. So that's what I got going on with gold. That's why I see what's going on with gold. I'm looking for sales on GU and GJ today. That's what I'm doing. We hit TP1 on GJ, but as you can see, we're just waiting for some volume to break through this next level here. But we are still slightly in profit right here. But we're about to see if we can get past TP1 right here. Speaking of market structure, y'all, make sure to get your copy of the price action technical analysis playbook. All right, but don't just get your copy of the price action technical analysis playbook. What just happened to my screen? What just happened to my screen? Hold on one second, y'all. My screen just glitched out. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My screen just glitched out on me. What just happened? Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. My screen just glitched out. I don't know what just happened there. But we're about to hit... We just barely missed TP2 right here. My screen just glitched out, though. What the hell? Telegram just glitched on me. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Telegram just glitched on me. I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna have to fix it. Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't want to dox everybody that be on my Telegram chats. Give me 1 second. Alright, so let's try this again. Get y'all's copies of the price action technical analysis playbook, y'all. We just hit TP2 on this bad boy right here. I'm about to let the members know. I don't even know where that photo went, y'all. My bad. We're having some technical difficulties right now. Let me know if the audio still sounding good, though. That just threw me all the way out. Let me see if it works now, though. But get y'all's copy of the price action technical analysis playbook, y'all. Get y'all's copy of the trader's mindset playbook as well. All right, so if you're struggling with the trading plan or trading psychology, you need to get this copy of the playbook. And of course, the one I talk about all the time in TikTok lives and the YouTube videos, get y'all's copy of the price action technical analysis playbook right here. I'm about to put the link in the chat. If y'all serious about trading, y'all need to understand how the markets work, and you need to understand how to properly take advantage of the trades you take. Now, you can get this book in the link I'm about to put in the chat, or you can get both these books and the rest of my books for free when you join Playmaker University. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and drop this link in the chat really quick. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. We did just hit TP2 on this GJ setup. So of course, if you want to know the entries, SOs, TPs, and know when I enter trades, y'all know what to do. Click that link in the description, join the Advanced Play Signal Room. So now we're officially 3-0 for the week, which is not bad at all. And again, we have news today. And what does the internet tell you about news? They act like the news is scary, but what I tell y'all every single day on news days, either just trade before news or trade after news. Either trade before news or trade after news. Appreciate those that like the live. Make sure to like the live and subscribe, y'all. But we do got news at 8:30 today. We do have news at 8:30. I was going to go live with the members today, but I got a lot of shit on my schedule, so we'll go live tomorrow during the 8:30 news, but we can't do today. So yeah, we're nice and profit. This is a nice drop right here. This is a nice drop right here. Let me let the members know we hit TP2. Again, y'all, go with the flow of price. When you go with the flow of price and the volume kicks in, just like we talked about on the live yesterday, you give yourself the highest likelihood of the trade going in your favor. Look at that drop right there, y'all. And again, if we go to the bigger time frame, it's a green candlestick. So why do we go for sales when we see green candlesticks? Because again, we're going based off the market structure, not a candlestick or the candlestick pattern. It's a nice move right here, though. Let me show you where my TP3's at. We're about to hit TP3. Look at that push. That's a nice push right there. And for those that don't understand why we went for gold sales, let me know in the chat. We can talk about it a little bit. I mean, not gold sales, GJ sales. If y'all understand why we went for sales here, let me know in the chat and we can talk about it. Again, y'all, these live streams are for y'all, so if y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat and I got y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Again, downtrend sells, uptrend buys. Why did I sell GJ? Even though we see bullish momentum here, again, this is one of the main causes of fake out liquidity sweeps, and this is what we were talking about during the TikTok live. So we should be live later on today on TikTok. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Instagram playmaker_weight, TikTok _playmakerweight_. Literally about to hit TB3 right here. Now, why do we go for sales here when we clearly see bullish momentum here, right? Why, if we would have went for buys here, we would have became another victim to fake out liquidity grabs? Because when you go onto the bigger time frame, you see a different market structure. You have to identify the trend with the bigger time frames. The bigger time frame is going to give you the bias and explain what price is doing. The smaller time frame only shows you what price is doing at that exact moment. That's why we enter on the smaller time frames. That's why we look for our confirmations on the smaller time frames. But through either half information or people trying to cut corners, people think you have to do everything on the same time frame, or people are trying to do everything on smaller time frames. That is not how it works. You have to make sure you're going on the bigger time frames to understand what the trend is, right? So when we go to look at GBPJPY, what do we see right here, right? What do we see right here? Prior to even this candlestick right here, what do we see, right? I mean, I already got the answer right here, but let's pretend I didn't have the answer right here. These are the only 3 cycles price is ever going to be in: uptrend, downtrend, consolidation. So when we look at price right here, which one of these 3 cycles do we see? We see we have bullish momentum here, but then the rules of the uptrend got broken, and now we start to see what? We start to see lower highs and lower lows, right? And what cycle has lower highs and lower lows? The downtrend. So even though we currently see a green candlestick, the reason why we're making money right now is because we're still technically bearish, right? Again, doesn't matter if you see a green candlestick, doesn't matter what pattern you see. If we're in a downtrend, go for trend, go for buys. Well, what would have happened if we would have went for buys here because we saw a green candlestick on the daily, or because we saw a price push up right here? We would have got fucked up off London session open. You see what I mean? So let me let the members know we just hit TP3. Right now we're at a nice almost 1 to 2 RR, which is not bad at all. And we are now officially 3-0 for the week. So realistically, I don't even have to trade New York session if I don't want to. So even if the big bad scary news does something crazy today, I don't got to deal with it because I just made a bag right now. You see what I mean? Good question though. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat and I got y'all. It's a nice push right here. All right, those that are in the trade, y'all. Whoops, my bad. Y'all should definitely not close this trade red. All right, we're deep in profit. Nobody should close this trade red. Nobody at all. I'm about to move my SL in profit myself. Nice drop right here. Alright, new 15 just popped up, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. GU failed to hold this level as resistance. Again, this is why I do not breakout trade. This is why I always say wait for the break and retest. If we would have FOMO'd and took a sell here, we'd be in an unnecessary drawdown and at potential risk of our stop loss getting hit for no reason. Price still pushing. Yeah, price still pushing. Again, y'all, you see the other charts. I don't care what the other charts are doing, right? The other charts did not meet my rules, so I did not take a setup. I waited for a chart to meet my rules. I take a setup. We make money, right? That's the same way y'all need to be on the charts. Y'all don't need to worry about missing out on a big push to the upside or downside. If it does not meet your rules or confirmations, ignore everything else you see. That doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is what's following and meeting your rules and your confirmations. Okay, y'all? You do not have to take every setup. You have to make sure the setups you take count and, again, meet your rules and confirmations. Make sure to explore the playlist on here, y'all. I got tons of free game on the YouTube. I guarantee there's going to be a video that's going to be able to help y'all out. And like always, y'all got any questions, y'all can drop in the chat and I got y'all. Let's see if we can hit this next TP right here. We're currently at a nice almost 1 to 2 RR. Loose IG is about to reattempt to break below here. We got a new 5-minute about to pop up. New 5-minute just popped up. So let's see if we can hold this low as resistance. The GJ is dumping. My goodness, this thing's going crazy. About to hit the next TP. Let me go ahead and let the members know. There we go, y'all. What's that, TP4? I think that's TP4. Yeah, that's TP4 right there. And guess what I'm about to do after I end this live, y'all? I'm about to hop my happy ass back in bed and go to sleep until my one-on-one session later on today. That's exactly what I'm about to do. And again, this is the video trading. You don't got to stare at the charts all day. When you know the best times to go into the charts, you just show up on those times. And then when you go with the flow of price, you let the markets do what the markets are going to do. There's no stress. There is no cross our fingers and hoping. You just let the volume do what the volume is going to do. Yeah, this thing is pushing hard. We should be at a 1 to 2 right now. Let me see. Yeah, we're at 1 to 2 right now. Look at this thing. GU's pushing as well. And I don't even need to take this setup because we're making bread off this one. That's another thing. You don't got to take every setup. All you need is one good setup a day. That's all you need is one good setup a day. Take that win and get the fuck off the markets. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the rest of the day. Like I said, members, I'm still going to do the New York price watch list for y'all. Don't think I'm going to leave y'all hanging in New York session. But, you know, I'm chilling right here. I might look for an indice future setup in New York session, though. As far as Forex, I ain't taking no more Forex setups after this. I'm good off this trade right here. I could have even did a tighter stop loss, but I made it a little bit wider just to be on the safer side because of what we talked about earlier. If y'all joined the live late, make sure to rewind to the beginning because we talked about and broke down GJ as well as the game plan for the other charts. So always, unless you got questions, always rewind to the beginning, y'all, so y'all can understand what's taking place, especially y'all are super late to the live. NQ, holy sell. Did it do something? We caught sales yesterday. I'm not really looking at it right now, but did it do something? Oh, it did do a nice drop. Did do a nice drop. But it's dropping because on the bigger time frame, we are still bearish. That's why we went for sales yesterday, and that's why at the beginning of the live, I say I don't like what it looks like because it's not meeting my sell rules. But if it does push down a little bit more, wrong chart. If it does push down a little bit more, we could look for sales. But that's why I said I'm probably going to mess with it until New York session. We do have news at 8:30 today as well, so make sure to keep that in mind. We was live during FOC on TikTok, so I don't even know if FOC did anything significant yesterday. Don't really care either, to be honest, but we do got 8:30 news today, so make sure to keep that in mind. But when we look at NAS100 NQ, we are still bearish, right? Even though we see green candlesticks, even though the markets look funky here, this is still technically a downtrend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is still technically a downtrend. That's why we went for sales yesterday and the day beforehand, and that's why a price can push it down a little bit more. We could look for sales. This alert isn't even supposed to be right here. Hold on one second. Yeah, this alert is not supposed to. It's supposed to be underneath. It's supposed to be underneath. There we go. But we caught a nice sell yesterday. We took this trade before New York session. Well, we took it during New York session, but we took it before what you call it, 9:30 open. And we was in drawdown until the 9:30 open candlestick too. Well, 9:25, 9:30, right? But we took this trade, and then we got immediately put in a drawdown. But you can see how price maintained this low as resistance, pushed to the downside, failed to hold this low as resistance. Then that's why price rejected. But on the bigger time frame, in the grand scheme of things, we are still bearish on NAS. I'm not looking for a setup right there though. GU fucking ripping. GJ retracing a little bit. Let me trail my stop loss. Again, y'all, do not let winners turn to losers. That money is not yours until you close the trade, until you ultimately withdraw or get a payout. I can't tell you how many times I used to get cocky and comfortable. Like, man, I'm up X amount of dollars and I don't do shit. And then a couple hours later, I'm like, oh crap, I forgot I was in a trade. Let me see what that trade's looking like. And all that money I was up disappeared because I ain't secure profits and shit like that. So yeah, I'm trailing my motherfucking stop loss deep, especially with a dump like this. About to see what this next hour's got in store for us, but GU's going as projected. Yeah, right up at 350. All right, new hour popped up, y'all. Again, like I said, I'm still gonna do the New York price watch list, but realistically, if y'all took this setup, y'all don't even gotta worry about the rest of the day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because this was a clean setup right here. But we're gonna be on for a few more minutes. Y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. This is the best time to ask me questions because we're on the charts, real time. You see how the markets play out, all that good stuff. Again, make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free Signal free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Also, make sure to check out the video I just dropped for y'all yesterday. Dropped a new trade breakdown for y'all yesterday, breaking down the gold setup we talked about on Tuesday. All right, y'all. Now we're about to see if GU can maintain this level as resistance. If GU can maintain 35.10 as resistance, we could look for sales going to 34.95, 34.90. All right, so again, pay attention to how price reacts to these levels. Here's the break, here's the retest. So now we're gonna be looking to see if it can hold right here. All right, about to see if it can hold right here. GJ's retracing as well. Again, nobody should close this trade red. Nobody should close this trade red. Let's see how G reacts right here. All right, y'all, I'm about to take a celebration nap. Again, GU, you see how GU's reacting. If it can close and maintain this level as resistance, y'all know what the game plan is. GJ, we see what GJ's got going on. Did a little retest. We see the wick pushing back down. Y'all know the gameplay for GJ. Again, if you want to know the exact TPs and all that good stuff, y'all know what to do. Join the advanced play signal room. We are 3-0 this week, 5-0 last week, 5-1 the week before that, 23 January. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. That way you'll be notified every time we go live on YouTube and TikTok. You can see how we do on a weekly, monthly, quarterly basis. Also, make sure to check out the Sunday chart analysis. I tell y'all all the time, the Sunday chart analysis does not just go over what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday. It goes over what we see price doing throughout the entire week. You watch the Sunday chart analysis, a lot of the trades we took so far this week and other setups we talked about and are going as projected from the Sunday chart analysis. All right, y'all, we've been doing this thing since 2022, averaging high 80, high 90% win rates on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis consistently. You go to where it says subscribers, you go to photos. Over 2,000 photos, 4 years worth of receipts. You can see screenshots of positions, student results, testimonials, all that good stuff. So make sure to hit that first link in the description. Check that stuff out. When you click the link in the description, not the free Telegram, but you click the beacons link, make sure if you're brand new to trading to join the free trading crash course. I have a bunch of videos in there to help you get started and also give you a blueprint on what to start with and how long it should realistically take to understand how trading works and all that good stuff. Now, of course, you want to learn directly from me. Y'all know what to do. I got one slot available for one-on-one sessions. This Playmaker University. Again, get y'all's copy of the price action technical analysis playbook. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody who's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been alive since y'all joined. Like always, you want to contact me directly. You can DM me on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok. Only join my Telegram through my links. And pay attention to the TikTok accounts that message you. If it's not my TikTok page with currently 6,000 followers, if the tag is not the tag you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen, it is not me. The only way I'll contact you first is if you comment Playmaker or Playbook or University, depending on what page you find me on, under one of my posts in the comment section. I'll never hit you up first randomly or follow you asking how your day is. I hope your day is good, but I'm not going to ask you that. Right? I'm not going to talk to you about crypto flips and other shit. And my Telegram channel does not have 5 subscribers, not 100 subscribers, not even 1,000. We're at 2K, going on 3K in the Telegram. All right. So again, only join the Telegram channels through my links. And if the links do not work, just DM me and I got y'all. All right, y'all. We should be live later on TikTok. And peace. We out.